Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm going to show you how to make your own recycled paper. Start with any paper you want to get rid of, fold homework work straight, and rip it up into tiny pieces. Add water and let it soak overnight. The next day, you can blend it until you get your pulp. Add your pulp to a container of water and stir until you get consistency somewhat like this. Get your mold and decal. This is what's going to shape your paper. Dip it into a container and lift up straight. Let most of the water drip out and then carefully lift up your frame. Transfer it to a cloth and press in firmly. Sponge up as much water as you can and then very slowly lift up your screen. Transfer your cloth to a hard surface and bring your stack of paper to your drying area. Hang it up and the next morning it will be dry and ready to be peeled off like so. This is extremely satisfying and my favorite part. It then just needs to be pressed, and I use this handmade book press a friend made me and let it sit for a day or two. But a stack of books works just as fine. And there you have it, your very own handmade recycled paper. Thank you for watching and let me know if you try it.
Number of eyes. His new book is called So that was the winner.
Okay, so we make our own recycled paper and we do this by shredding old paper, and then once you've shredded the paper you can also just rip it up, but then you put it into a bucket and cover that with water, and you want to leave that, I don't know, like 1 or 2 minutes until it's nice and soft. Then then you're going to put the wet paper into a food processor or a NutriBullet or something like that. You don't want to put too much in, like a handful like that. Top it up with water and then blitz it on up. I actually left this one a little bit chunky because I wanted to see what it looked like with chunks of colour in the paper, so that's why it's a bit chunky. If you want it, the more that you blitz it, the smoother the paper's going to be. Alright, nice and smooth this one, and then you keep doing that until you've blitzed up all the paper. Voila. We decided to sieve some of this out because there was too much in there, and then we can just put it to the side, and as you make the paper you keep adding more of the pulp back in as it's used up. Jiggling it side to side helps as well. Get the water out. Jiggle. And you can see how it's kind of chunky here. Yeah. Alright, so this is a good amount. Alright, now I'm making the paper. So you get a frame like that. You can use 2 picture frames and just staple fly screen onto one. And then you want to kind of scoop it. Let the water drain. Get that water out. Peel this off. Make sure you don't get any drips on the paper. More draining, drain. Yeah, and then flip it onto a piece of pre-prepared fabric, sponge off the excess water, and yeah, keep sponging, and then there you go. There's your paper. And we just hang it on a clothes horse until it's dried. See how chunky it is? We actually ended up blitzing up this more, but I like a little chunky just for fun.
Here's how I make the handmade paper that I print on. Chop up scrap paper and let it sit with water. Dump that into your blender with some more water, and then you're going to blend that up to your desired smoothness. Blend less if you want some of the previous paper to show. This is the texture. I won't comment on the sound. Fill up a container with water. Go ahead and dump in your paper pulp. Get your screen ready. I can show you guys how to make this if you're interested. And go ahead and pull up some paper very slowly. Pull the top off, and then you're going to flip this onto your felt. I use non-fusible interfacing from Joann's. Sponge out all the water and then pull the screen up, and then I'm just going to repeat this for however much pulp I have. Make sure to clean this all out or you will be left with a pulp residue on everything. Let it dry. At this point, I'll pull it off the felt, let it sit under something heavy, and then this is the final product.